Welcome back to the Coaches Preview Show. My name is Josh Dacey, and today I'm joined by Chipotle Indians head women's softball coaches Belinda and Jimmy Hendricks. Coaches, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, you had a great weekend over the homestand. You had a pair of shutouts against Gordon State and Meridian Community College. What are some of the positives you can take out of the weekend?
Well, this weekend we played well. I guess we were 4 out of 3, or 4 and 3. We won 4 and lost 3. Played some good competition. We had our ups and downs. Late in the weekend, the 7th game, I guess, we kind of gave it away. But early in the weekend, we competed. We had some pluses, running the bases, hitting the ball. Had a couple home runs, and then defensively, we did pretty good.
What are when you say some of the positives that you can take off of and build from? You know, you went 4 and 3 over the weekend. How do you expect to build on it this weekend when you head up to Alabama?
Really, we got to try to get better defensively. That's what cost us some games, or cost us some innings. I won't say games, but cost us some innings. And our pitchers got to throw strikes. That was one of the keys this weekend, which I thought we did good. A couple games, we let it slip away with not throwing strikes and not playing defense. But that's something that we're gonna focus on this week, and then starting this weekend, try to get back after it.
I just want to add, the positive for this past weekend was our pitching staff. The pitchers, maybe they had 1 or 2 innings that weren't so positive, but overall they kept us in the game. And like you said, the negatives and something we have to build on is our defense. Our defense is the ones that let us down this weekend. So we've got to get better about being consistent. I think our Miami-Dade game we played on Saturday night was our best performance that we had. Everything was clicking. Everything was, working in our favor. And then on Sunday we come back and we just had a disappointment, a letdown. Coach, so overall we just need to get consistent.
Coach, how do you work on the defense? Is it extra fielding? What are some of the things that you'll do to improve upon that?
Yeah, it's just basically repetition, consistently doing the same thing over and over and getting better and trying to be a little more mentally tough. I mean, we did play some good competition, and we've got to arise to the occasion and perform with, other good teams.
Coach, you were impressed with some of your pitching. Obviously, we know all about Jake. Jessica Elliott's a star. She's headed to South Carolina. Who else pitched well this weekend?
We had Ilona and Dringa, who started one game, had a perfect game going into the 5th inning, and gave up a single. So she gave up 1 hit. And then Rocky, or Madison Reagan, we all call her Rocky, but she threw a game that we lost against Georgia Perimeter. She gave up 2 hits, and the defense kind of let her down, and we got beat. So that's 2 kids that's coming in to their own. They're both freshmen. That's going to hopefully step in, middle of this year to the end, and then be a sophomore next year and be great.
Now, where are both of those players from?
Ilona Andringa is from the Netherlands. She is a kid from, I guess, overseas. And then Madison is from Cuthbert, Georgia. Small town up there that played at a private school, and then played for the Extreme Whippets, and then came to Chipotle.
How'd you find Ilona?
Well, Ilona is, I guess, in the line of some of our Netherlands kids. We've had, I guess, a Netherlands kid, Dutch kid, every year.
In 2005, I believe, was my first year that I got a pair of Netherlands kids. And this would be my dream job. He travels the world, watches softball, interacts with the young athletes, international athletes, comes back to America, sends out an email. These are the kids that are interested in coming over. If you're interested, coach, is this something you like? Here's our contact information, and that's how he gets it set up. Well, I contacted these 2 kids. They play for the Netherlands national team. They came and played for us. They played on the 07 national team, and we have a connection. They kind of feed us. Any kid that comes through the national team organization from the Netherlands, they'll contact us and say, hey, these kids are interested in coming over. And Ilona plays for the Dutch junior national team, and she's their youth pitcher of the year, I think 2 years ago. So, we've got one of the top pitchers from the Netherlands here, and they're just going to continue to feed us, I hope.
Now, Coach, I know the men's and women's basketball team gets 3 international scholarships. How many scholarships do you get?
We actually get 6, and this year we have 5.
And where
international kids.
Where are the kids from?
We have 2 Brazilians, a Netherlands kid, a Mexican kid, and a kid from the Bahamas.
Coach, let's go heading into this weekend, the injury front. I understand Twin McDaniel, she injured a rib in a collision. Can you talk about that?
There was a deep ball. I think it was the sixth or 7th inning. It was late in the game. Hit in the gap, left center gap. Tori and Dana, our left fielder, were both going for the ball. Not quite sure, who called the ball. There's just miscommunication, and they both given 100%, dove, and Tori got the bad end of the deal. It's like, I think Dana, it was kind of, happened a split second. Dana got her on the side, her left side.
Will she be able to play this weekend, or is she going to be out?
It's a day by day.
Okay.
The doctors told her, nothing was broke, kidneys look good, everything's good. She's just going to be really sore. So she's just got to work through the soreness. And she's a tough kid. She'll be back. I'm not quite sure if she'll be back this Friday because it's going to be extremely cold. So it's going to be tough on her. But, I look for her to come back early next week, maybe Sunday because we play at home Sunday.
Coach, you have 2 players that are anchoring behind the plate. Can you talk a little bit about them, how they're splitting time and what the relationships are with the pitching staff?
Well, lately, Brashanti Darius has been catching Ilona and Rocky, and then Savannah's been catching Jake and Luwana Amamura. But so we're going to try to change it up a little bit this weekend and see what happens. Just trying to mix them up. Really, just still trying to get Braz, a sophomore. She's a position player also, so she's splitting time playing other positions. But Savannah is a freshman kid that we're trying to get more involved. She's kind of a quiet kid, but just trying to get her more involved, try to get her more vocal, more in charge of the defense. And she gotten better this weekend, and then she's going through a little soreness too, so didn't play her the last game, but I think she's getting better as a freshman.
Is Savannah someone you look to hopefully rely on to catch most of the games down the line as you head towards conference play, where you said Bra is a very good fielder and can be used in other areas? Is that something you're looking for?
Well, and hopefully, and that's a big thing because she's also one of our better hitters, and then keeping Savannah behind the plate, frees up some options of moving Bra to third or possibly the outfield, and it keeps their bats in the game.
Coach, you head into your, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Early in the season, we try not to catch the same catcher overall, and I do believe with Savannah behind the plate, that's our better defense because we can have Bra, like you said, either at third or Bra's just an incredible athlete. We can put her anywhere. So, like you said, going into conference, I feel like Savannah will be the anchor behind the plate, or especially when we get to the state tournament. And we like to have our catchers with fresh legs and just pitching staff. Jay could probably go out there and dominate a lot of the games and keep us closer, but we're not going to do that to one kid. I mean, we want her to be fresh as well going into the state tournament.
How important is it for them to have rapport with the pitching staff and really get to know the angles that they're throwing it to or the points on the plate that they need to reach?
It's very important, and that's what we're trying. And it can also be a problem. They can, they have such a good relationship with this team. They're all nice to each other. They love one another. It's a great team, and they all get along. But somewhere down the line, the catchers have to hold the pitchers accountable. And I think that's where, Savannah, as being a young catcher, needs to understand, there's a difference. They're going to respect her regardless if she says, come on, Jake, you've got to hit your spots. So, that's something that we're working with the young kids, the younger players, as in Savannah.
Coach, this weekend you travel up to Alabama and play a couple games. Who are you playing, and what do you expect from those teams?
Well, we're going to play, scheduled to play Alabama Southern out of Monroeville, Alabama on Friday. And they're going to be pretty good. They're going to be exciting. They're going to come out and be aggressive. I think they've got, 25 kids on the roster, so there's going to have a dugout full, screaming and yelling. So there's going to be some excitement. And I think it's like most sports at Chipola, we're Chipola, so we're going to have a bullseye on us. Every school that we play is going to try to beat us, and they're going to try to bring their best. So it's going to be an exciting game. If we go and do what we're supposed to do, then we should come out on top. Now, We're still working through some of that, so we'll find out. But we'll find out this weekend.
Coach, you have a young team. It seems that a lot of energy, a lot of kids get along. How exciting are the road trips for those guys to kind of get away from Chipola? Do they enjoy it? They look forward to it, the hotel, the experience?
It's always interesting traveling with this team. We do definitely catch up on our movies, and our movie selection is very broad. We go from Disney to silly stuff. But, it's fun, and they always have me laughing.
Coaches, thank you very much for your time today. We will be following, and good luck this weekend. For the Coaches Preview Show, my name is Josh Dacey. Until next time.